Welcome back to the Fairy Elephant Effect. I'm Elizabeth Walter, life coach, EFT tapping specialist, and happy habits activator, and someone who believes with every fibre of her being that you matter, because everything starts and ends with you. Now today I want to talk to you about something that affects every one of us at some point, resistant to change. And last night in my tapping group, Turn the Tide with Tapping, my free Facebook group, we tapped about this, talked a little bit about this, but I wanted to go a bit deeper here today. We say we want better and we say we want different, but when it comes time to take the first step, that's the actual first shift, something inside us resists. Here's the truth. People crave consistency, familiarity, and safety. Even when our current reality is painful, it's still known. And yet in the same breath, we're hoping, wishing, waiting for our lives to get better. We want Sue Ellen to treat us better. We want Billy Bob to show up differently. But here's the kicker, they can't. Not until we do. Not until we start treating ourselves better. Because the energetic field, the emotional contract, the unconscious patterns we hold, they stay the same until we shift. Our resistance to change shows up in 100 little ways, often without us realizing it. And here's just a few stories we tell ourselves. There's nothing wrong with me. I've tried before, it didn't work. What good will it do anyway? If I ignore it, it will go away. Or fear-based resistance. I'm not ready yet. They'll reject me. I'm afraid to tell my partner. I might fail. I might lose everything. Then sometimes it's the beliefs we've inherited. Now, I have just made short lists of this. There's a lot more statements in every section here that we could put in. But anyway, here is some beliefs we've inherited. People don't like me doing that. My family never talked about emotions. Men shouldn't cry. Spiritual people don't get angry. Or sometimes it's tied to self-concept. I'm too old, I'm too fat, I'm too stuck, I'm too lazy, I'm too broken, I'm too. And it's not just internal, it shows up behaviourally as well. When we're late, we get sick a lot. We start a new drama or end a relationship. We leave the room, change the subject, or self-soothe with food or social media or numbing. Even assumptions keep us stuck. Oh, I'll have to change my entire personality. My case is different from others. They won't help me anyway. Let me tell you something that's hard but real. You can't get new results with the same patterns. You can't shift your world while holding tightly to what keeps you small and rigid and tight and is probably making you more resentful, more angry, more frustrated, more bitter and more depressed. Because that's what happens if we're not growing and we're not expanding and we're not rising up to stretch ourselves in the right way, and that only happens when we make room for change and we surrender to it and we allow it, we end up in a place that's not so good for us. Anyway, here is a phrase from Louise L. Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life, and it offers a beautiful affirmation on releasing resistance. And I'm just going to share it with you. I love Louise Hay. And, if you don't know her, look up her stuff. You'll find it really useful. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole and complete. I see any resistant patterns within me as only something else to release. they have no power over me. I am the power in my world. I flow with the changes taking place in my life as best I can. I approve of myself and the way I am changing. I am doing the best I can. Every day gets easier. I rejoice that I am in the rhythm and flow of my ever-changing life. Today is a wonderful day. I choose to make it so. All is well in my world. Isn't that brilliant? Let's let that soak in for a minute. You might want to replay that and hear that again. Because when we begin to nurture the willingness to let go, not to have it all figured out, just the willingness. When we commit to showing up in new ways, making small inspired actions, and feeling the feelings that come up, even when they're uncomfortable, that's when real change begins. Allowing our feelings to reveal to us the places we've been stuck. No, and it's not always unicorns and fluffy ducks. Yes, the emotional junk will rise, because as it rises, it can leave. But staying stuck hurts too. It costs us our energy, our joy, and our futures. So what's one thing today you could be willing to shift? It doesn't have to be a grand gesture, just one internal nudge that says, I deserve more, I'm willing to meet myself at the end of this change. Because you matter, your willingness matters, and the world you're dreaming of, it starts and ends with you. Now, if you would like, don't forget to join my Turn the Tide with Tapping Facebook group. It's a free group where we tap on a Tuesday night. There are some changes coming up in there soon, but come along, introduce yourself, be part of this group where we can support one another. And if you haven't yet, grab a copy of my book, The Fairy Elephant Effect, which is on Amazon, and that's in the notes as well. Or if you're in the US, Ingram Spark has it in independent bookshop, so maybe check to see if you can get it in a bookshop near you. Until next time, keep being brave, keep being you, and remember, resistance is just a doorway to your next level of being. Thank you for joining me tonight. Bye for now. I'll talk to you next week.